once again with the Best of Both World podcast.
After Action Review.
My name is Cornell Lockett.
I'm Victor and
Man, and we are excited to be here again. The first one went over so well. We basically touched on questionnaires as far as about body dysmorphia, health, nutrition, and just common questions that people ultimately have when it comes to fitness. And one of the things about it is that within the fitness world, a lot more people care about their look versus their health. And one thing that Victor touched on about myself is that I care more about your goals than you do. So one of the things that Victor does is that he has meal plans. These meal plans are structured deliberately for that individual or multiple individuals who fit in that category. So, you know, one of the things that we're going to talk about today is not necessarily the woes of personal training, but just the avenues and like the behind the scenes of what really goes on and why it is that you need a personal trainer and what a personal trainer actually does versus just training you and putting you through rigorous workouts. It's more behind it, and for you to be able to respect it after the fact of like once you come away from this, you're like, oh, okay, now I understand as to why my trainer is telling me this, or why my trainer is harping on me about this, or why my trainer is disappointing at me because I ate this, or I did this over the weekend, or I did this over the holiday, or why they're training me so hard. It's all the whys that you have. We'll kind of touch on that today. We do have maybe a few questions that we'll put in there, and then it's just basically us just talking. So we don't want to take up too much of your time. So we'll get into these questions first, and then we'll roll right over into it. The first question is, how do you feel about the weight loss shots that are out?
Weight loss shots?
Yeah, it's like, what is it? Ozempic, Wegovy, and etc. Like, I guess it's just these people are going in and actually taking it upon themselves to go get something that can give them the results faster.
I'm not gonna even lie to you. I've heard it all.
Yeah.
Weight loss teas, meal replacements. Yeah. I'm sorry, like before all this stuff was invented, people just they ate properly.
Correct.
All right. So like I have no knowledge on this. I don't want to refute it. I don't want anything, but all I gotta say is like what is consistent, what I know is consistent is if you have a diet that's balanced, that's healthy, and that is the most effective way to lose weight nutrition wise. And there's other aspects of it, of course.
Correct.
But yeah, that's a no for me. That's a no for me.
I mean, I'll add my little rusty
nice.
2 cents on there too.
I'm trying to be nice.
I mean, and that's respectful because we want to give you the best answer possible. When it comes to, I won't get on my soapbox too much, but let's say we'll use a person called X, right? This person went and had surgery and then came back to the society and sold them slim tummy tea, correct? It's a scheme. It's something to promote another business. It's something to get your mind to think this works. In the other reference, we'll just say, okay, when you're out shopping for supplements, and this is what I try to tell people as well, when you're out shopping for supplements, there are a few things that are going on when you're shopping for, let's just say pre-workout. The first thing that you'll see is a lot of colors. The colors are trying to bring you into the brand to make you think that it's there. It's showing itself. It's staying out. We called it peacocking. It's peacocking itself to show you that it's there. Then there's the other one that's big lettering, super big words. It's all about branding. So along with that branding and along with that coloring, the thing that goes on behind it is also overdosing and underdosing. So let's just say you have a brand named C4 and it's hitting on the 2 topics that I'm talking about, color and big words or big lettering. In that, you'll feel like it's giving you so much energy. because it's overdosing you at that point. So with the overdosing that it's doing, what it's doing is making you buy into the product. The same way this person X had this look and they sold you Slim Tummy Tea, it's making you buy into the product. When you have a brand that's, let's just say that's underdosing. So you'll say, oh, well, I don't feel it. Like, I don't feel this pre-workout, or I don't feel it. So they're underdosing it to make you double scoop, or to make you double scoop it to make you feel safer to buy into the brand. So it is going to be overdosing, underdosing. What you have to do as a consumer, and along with like the weight loss shots, is do your research. That's your main point there. When you're buying a supplement, flip it over and look at the ingredients. And as you're looking at those ingredients, pull your phone out at the same time and search those ingredients on how will they affect my body long term. If you have the things that are affecting your body long term or that are dangerous, then it's time for you to put that back. The same thing with the weight loss shots. If you're looking at this and you're saying, okay, they're going to put this in me and this in me, and okay, so what are these things first and foremost, and how do they affect my body, and do I have them already in my body? So that's how you would kind of eliminate the question of, should I get this weight loss shot? Because a lot of the things that they're putting in it may be hazardous to your body long term.
I'm curious, like, how does the dosage, do they take it like once a week? How does the weight loss shot work? How does it work? Once?
Shoot, I would feel like it would be like anything else. It's in dosages. Like, okay, you have your first one. Just same thing with the Slim Tummy Tea. With the same thing with the sweet, sweet sweat. It's the same thing. You're applying something to your body in order for you to get a faster result. And everybody wants quick results. Everybody wants it to happen today. And it's necessarily not going to be that way. So you just have to take your time, stay consistent with the diet. Like, and though I know who this question is coming from, and I know it may be tough to stay consistent with a diet, but you have to pick what's more important for you. What it is that you're eating or your life. And that's where you do away with the weight loss shots. I mean, and we can even say even more, say like with DC Young Fly's wife, like when you go and try to manipulate your body, that's a tragic situation. But when you go and try to manipulate your body does react to that. And once your body reacts to that, your antibodies may act in a negative way or a positive way. See, the thing about the BBLs and what are all the different things that they're telling you about, they're showing you the success stories. They're not showing you the failures. They're not showing you that on a regular, because there's more deaths and there's more failures on those operating tables than you think that there are. So you have to kind of like do your research. Do your research. It's very imperative that you do your research. The same way with your nutrition. Look at the sodium intake. Look at the calories. Look at the fats. Look at the saturated fats. There's supposed to be no trans fats in your food. If you find trans fats in your food, you need to put that away, because trans fats are illegal. So
literally in every restaurant.
Right. So
literally in every restaurant.
You have to make sure that you're researching these things that you're putting into your body. So that's what we would say when it comes to the weight loss shots. You got anything else for that?
Like I said, just there's really no shortcuts.
Right.
Like I said, I don't want to talk. He's more educated than I am on this. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not one. I don't know anything about. So I don't want to say anything that I don't know anything.
But I mean, it's more so just your experience or what it is that you like come across.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just what I know is, I think just if you have a healthy balance. Yeah. Not just if you just work out all the time and your nutrition is bad, it's not gonna work out. You just if you eat great but you're just you'll be healthy. If you eat great, you don't have to look like but you're gonna chase results. Yeah. So whatever outcome you put in your body, that's what. Of course. Vice versa. My bad.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, what you're saying is totally correct when you're saying like whatever you put into your body, like you have to be mindful of those situations as far as just what it is that you're eating is going to affect you. And I know I spoke about this at the at our last event as far as it's like, you know, Pope Yes chicken or Popeye's chicken. Yeah, it's tasteful, it's good, it's delicious. I've indulged in it, but that's not something that I'm going to indulge in every day. That's not something that I'm going to indulge in every week.
Wow. I was literally about to cut you off. I'm like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm like that.
Yeah.
I don't like me. I like red velvet cake. So nothing but cake. I do that once a week, and I give me a burger once a week.
That's what we have to stress to the people, though.
Like, because at some point, like we're all gonna pass at some point.
Right.
So like, but you don't have to overindulge.
Yeah.
That's my big thing. Like,
right.
Like, I think, in my opinion, I think in America we overindulge.
Yeah.
Like I do like assessments.
Yeah.
You know, when consultations, I do assessments, and I literally have them break down what you eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give an example. Chick-fil-A biscuit.
Yeah.
All right. And then she says, then I'll probably get whatever is around my office restaurant. So she's eating Chili's.
Yeah.
And then on the way home, whatever's on the way home.
Right.
And I'm like, and I asked her how many times is she working out. I worked out twice last month. I'm like, it's
right. What were you looking for?
it's too many things. You're not working out enough, and your intake is not.
Right.
You're putting too much in. So I think you just need to make it a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Make it where like this. Look, I'm going to eat great 85% of 365 of this year.
Yeah.
Just do that. I promise you will see, you'll look better. Right. I promise.
Yeah, in this, it's so many things that's packaged within what it is you said. As far as it's like with the individual that's eating a Chick-fil-A biscuit and then whatever's around the office and then whatever's on the way home, like what we want to stress to the viewers and to the people, our constituents and our clients and our athletes or whoever it is that we come across and that we train, what we want to make sure is that no one's perfect. No one's perfect. Ronnie Coleman not perfect. Lou Ferrigno not perfect. Kai Green not perfect. What's the other dude name with the green eyes? That dude, Arnold Schwarzenegger not perfect. You know, Sylvester Stallone not perfect. Like all these people that you're idolizing, and one of them people that I like is Chris Bumfield. He's not perfect.
Social media is not perfect.
Social media is definitely not perfect.
That's my thing. Like no.
Right. So you know, with that, you know, you if you slip up and you go have nothing but cakes. Like my mom just bought me a chocolate nothing but cake today. Like great, and I tore that mug down. But that's not something I'm going to go get every day. You know, that's not something I'm going to go. Nah, I did. I ain't gonna sit here in line and say I ain't never done it. But it's just
not too much. They can throw us a check.
I mean, but I'm just saying,
check, man.
you're not going to be perfect on your diet. You know, you're going to have a meal prep that's going to have chicken, rice, and broccoli for a week. And by day 3, you're going to be like, man, I'm so tired of that chicken. Keep eating it because it's a small goal. It's just for a week. Create small goals for yourself. Like Vic said, if you're trying to have 85% of your clean eating diet for the rest of 365, just create small goals. Like you don't have to throw everything away. Just create these small goals. Go buy a probiotic drink that's going to help with gut health. Make a smoothie in the morning, just all fruits. Like it's just so many things that Victor and myself could educate you in and get you to start doing and live your life a better way and a healthier way. But we're not gonna go we just walking all over, you know, that one. But we can moonwalk, forward walk, sidewalk on that mud. So you know we can go all day on the fact of, you know, weight loss shots and different things that are variables that can, you know, constitute to so many different areas of just doing the right thing. And that's a part of like the last thing I'll say on that topic as far as like the weight loss shots. Integrity. Integrity, integrity, integrity. Do the right thing even when no one's looking. Just because everyone else is doing it don't mean that you have to. I ain't gonna talk no more on that subject. I'm gonna just kick that out of there and it'll be done with that. The next question is, does the waist trimmer belts really work?
You talking about like the
the corset belts, the all all the women be promoting it.
two things. One, it works. It does shape them because I've seen like a few of my clients. They worn yes. But in terms of like you get when you're doing core exercises, it constricts it. Mm-hmm. So how are you able to get the full range?
Right.
So literally everybody that like yes and no.
right.
Because like you gotta realize, I learned this when I first got in the game. Our goals are different than their goals. Mm-hmm. They're whole different. So this is what they wanted.
Right.
So some of them are effective.
Right.
But in terms of like overall, like I tell my clients don't worry.
Yeah.
Because I'll get you right. I'll get you like.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna be. I don't feel like you're getting the full movement because you're constricted.
I think to carry out to that is just like, okay, yeah, you can wear them. I think that they may have their benefits, but when you're doing, let's just say, core exercises, you can't get full range of motion. When you're doing something where you need to arch your back, or let's just say like a deadlift, like you're trying to lean into something, or you need to brace your core, or you need to have a certain bend, or you need to be able to breathe correctly. I don't think it allows you to. But if you're doing something that's said like elliptical, the Stairmaster, maybe the abductor machine, something that's not where the waist trainer or the weight trimmer is going to be in the way of the exercise, then yeah, I think it's perfectly fine. Even if you're doing overhead pull downs or lat pull downs or things that have to do with the shoulders or the deltoids, yeah, you can wear it, because what it's doing at that point is constricting the expansion of your diaphragm, the expansion of your lungs, like it's constricting it. So it's cutting off and I could be saying this wrong, it's cutting off the VO2 max, or it's cutting off the, what it's doing is your heart is pumping the blood. I'm trying to break it down in the simplest terms I possibly can. So your heart is pumping, boom, 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 boom. Now it's pumping blood all to these extremities, and it's getting from the arteries to the veins. Now when you're working out, some of the blood isn't flowing to most of those things because it don't need it. So you're in a sympathetic parameter at this point. It's going to be your fight or flight. So you're going to be using different things at that time. So when you're in your parasympathetic, you're in your rest or digest when you're sleeping or whatever the case is, or you're sitting down. Right now, we're in parasympathetic, we're just relaxing. So one of us might have to go pee in a second or something like that, because that's just what that is. But when we're working out, everything that needs to be worked and all the blood that needs to go to those places, it goes to those places. So if you're constricting the area where blood needs to go, and your muscles need the blood, and they need the water in the blood, and they need the oxygen in the blood, if you're constricting that, then it's going to have an effect, and it's going to get you in a shape. But it's not permanent.
What he said, yeah.
It's not permanent. You know what I'm saying? So once you take that off and you go down the street to Chick-fil-A and get that biscuit, it's coming back. Mm-hmm. So what you would do is what you would need to do: water intake, electrolyte intake, nutritional value intake, and then you won't need sweet heat or sweet sweat or waist trimmer or wrap this or Body by Kior or any of them things. You won't need it. It's, to put it in layman's terms, it's a MLM, a multi-level marketing corporation. So they're getting you to buy into it so that you can get someone else to buy into it. It's a pyramid scheme.
Okay.
So they basically selling you something. The person who came up with the idea is the billionaire. The person who's going to sell it to you, that you're going to use their code to get a discount on it, they're the person that's being used. What they're going to do, they're going to give you a code that you can use, that you can sell it.
Why would a billionaire want and even other people to become billionaires?
Right.
It makes no sense.
I mean, I made this this thread today. Don't be fooled by MLMs, because they're just pyramid schemes. It's a mindset. The same thing with the trimmer. It's a mindset. You think it's working because it's giving you an illusion that it's working. But what if you just eat correctly?
I'm gonna give you an example. And this is and actually, it was effective for me. So I don't want to the company's called Herbalife.
Oh man, my favorite. Go ahead.
Listen, look, I'm gonna break it down. It actually worked. Because there was a time where I was pretty bad. I was, right now I'm 5'8", 181 or 177 in that range. I was 5'8", 222 pounds. Mm-hmm. I was a little,
yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So I wanted to lose this weight fast. So it's effective, but like I said, it's an illusion, because what they do is do meal replacements. Yeah. So I'm like, yes, you're you're shedding weight at an extreme, like you're at an extreme calorie deficit, but it's like, it's not healthy. Right. It's not healthy. And you're just gonna gain that weight back. Yeah. You're just gonna, it's an illusion. Like, so from the onset, yes, I went from 222 to like 201, and listen, like, my best friend Ice, he can tell you. Yeah. Like, he was like, bro, he said, you don't look right. He kept saying to me, like, he said, you don't look right. You know when 50 Cent made that movie with, he said,
I can't remember the name of it, but I remember, he was super skinny.
And my brothers, I have two siblings, and they were saying, like, you don't look right. And I'm like, you don't, all I can see, all I can see is results. Real talk, all I was like, I didn't care what they were saying. Until I was like, and then here's the thing that got me. This is when I stopped, because I'm a natural, like, I'm a teddy bear to everybody else, but I'm an alpha in the gym. I lost all my strength. Yeah. All my strength, because food is nutrition, is your fuel. Yeah. It's your fuel. So I was literally I was depriving myself. Yeah. So the MLMs. Yeah. Say that 3 times in a row. Yeah. The MLMs. Yeah. Like, you cannot. Like, I was putting money in their pockets, correct, but they were not helping me. Yeah. I'm not gonna no disrespect Herbalife.
Right. No disrespect to the people that do Herbalife. I know I have people that follow me that are Herbalife. When my brothers was doing Herbalife, and I think it's a great product. You can't knock the product of its results. But one thing that people have to understand, it's a mindset. It's simply a mindset. If they're doing a calorie deficit on you, you could do a calorie deficit on yourself. All you need to know is your height, your weight, your age, and what you're looking for. And that's it. You can literally Google it, calorie deficit calculator, put the information in and it'll tell you exactly how much calories you need to intake for the day.
He's the macronutrients guy. Listen, whatever portion that you're eating consistently, like, let's tone it down a little bit. Yeah. Right? And at lunch, breakfast, and dinner, tone everything down. Like, if you have a whole plate of rice, have a plate of rice. Yeah. You have 2 pieces of chicken, 1 piece of chicken. You eat 5 hard-boiled eggs in the morning, eat 3. Yeah. Do that for a week, and hit the gym twice, 2 or 3 times. Right. You'll start seeing you naturally come off. Yeah. And then you're still toning up at the same time. So, like, there's no Like, no, there are no shortcuts in life. Like, period. There are no shortcuts. So, like, whatever results you get, you're just getting it for that week.
Yeah.
You know, like, if you ever waiting on Tuesday,
yeah.
Like, no, don't do that.
Right. That's
no,
don't deprive yourself.
No, that's wrong.
But I mean, in the sense of what it is that what we really have to put forward is just the certified answer to the question. Does the waist trimmers belt really work? They do, only for a certain amount of time. Do certain supplements work? They do, but it's a mindset. But what we have to most likely put, because this question is coming from someone that's a bit older, and it's a woman. So with that, you have to understand that, what you got? Oh, word. Okay. With that,
busting out.
Right. But what we have to do for this situation is to, I'm viewing where it is the person, the individual. Like I said, the people are anonymous to y'all, but to us, we know them. But so what it is that the age that you're at, it's harder for you to lose weight. For older people that are trying to lose weight, that have gained a little bit of weight, it's harder for them, especially for women, because of hormones. Your hormones play a huge factor in your muscle gain, your muscle mass, your weight gain, like your strength. It plays so many different parts in that, especially for younger women as well. When you're on your cycle, the estrogen definitely defeats you.
That's not my question. I'm gonna ask you.
Oh, word.
No,
but yeah, so the estrogen definitely defeats you on all ends when it comes to it, because it counteracts the testosterone. It counteracts, it turns into cortisol, I want to say. I could be wrong. Excuse me if I'm wrong, but we're just going to stick with estrogen. It's your enemy. It's your enemy. It's a hormone that's defeating you. That's why a lot of times certain schools have their female athletes get on birth control, because it can stop their cycle. You got 28 days in that time where you're going to be weak as hell due to the fact of estrogen. So a lot of women take estrogen blockers, they get on testosterone, and they start to get hair on their chin, their voice gets deeper, but they're building this muscle. It's a way to defeat it. Just work with your cycle, don't work against it. But for an older woman, I would just say it is going to be harder, but like Vic said, tailor it back a little bit on what it is that you're eating and what it is you're intaking, and just hold on to that. If you want a better life for yourself and a life of longevity, it's okay to go to none but cakes. It's okay to dip and dab, but understand that you have a goal at the end of the day, and that's life. Because these things that you're eating, the poisons that you're eating, how they manipulating the food, they're going to be here well after you're gone, and they're going to come up with something else. But while you're here, try to live your best life, and not just by partying and going out and clubbing, but actually living your best healthy life. So it's so many different things that we could talk about in that. But I know you got something as far as the menstrual thing. But I'll do the last one, and then we'll move over to it.
That's what I'm keep going.
Okay, cool. Do you have any recommendations for weight loss and muscle building over 50? See, I told you this is the older one.
Okay. So supplements?
Do you have a recommendation for weight loss and muscle building over 50?
No, I heard something. I'm sorry.
No supplements. Just like any recommendations, I believe.
For over 50.
Cause I know you had an older client, the Hispanic lady.
Yeah. Ingrid. Okay. In terms of building muscle, it's like I said, estrogen with the woman it's harder to build muscle past 50. But with it depends on their goal.
What do you go through as a trainer?
Like the woes, like
it's like your day as a trainer, or the ups and downs that you've had so far.
20 minutes to talk about the woes. But I'm gonna talk about, I guess, two things. Number one, risk of injuries. That is like the biggest like that's the human element of this of us being trainers. Like she wants the results, he wants the results, but we're not machines. All right, like I have a client right now. I'm talking to my trainer every morning. She suffered an injury. You know, we're talking about bursitis.
Yeah.
And she can't go as hard, and we're in her mind. She thinks she's slipping, but no, everything heals. Everything heals. So the biggest woes is to me is risk of injury. I think every trainer across, I don't care. Actually, it's not just training; it's coaching. Like, because the human element, that's the biggest woe. Like, you have a plan, you can have all the gadgets like he has, but at the end of the day, you're dealing with human elements. People tear muscles, people strain stuff. I have a client who's dealing with Osgood slaughter. So Osgood slaughter, say it 5 times, Osgood slaughter. It's a form of tendinitis.
Okay.
So basically what it is a bump that forms underneath the knees. But what it is you have to rest.
Yeah.
Like anything to do with the knee injuries, meniscus, like you have to rest it. So in terms of personal training, I mean, you can just gotta dip in your bag.
Yeah.
He has a kinesiology degree just like me. You just gotta get creative.
Yeah.
But as far as like, there's only so much we can do.
Yeah.
Like you got like the whole part about being injured is like you gotta get better, and you're not gonna get better if you keep working out or exposing yourself to structural damage.
Yeah.
The second thing is with me personally is focus on yourself and your body. Like mental health, everything. Like, cause you gotta realize you work for, you're self-employed, you're your own business, but you still work for them. So at the end of the day, like there are certain things that I gotta look out for. Like for me, for instance, like I'm an adult. Sometimes you wanna I never drink and drive, but every once in a while I'll step out and have a drink. Like if I come home, drive, like let's say I have a client in the morning. I'm going to jail. I don't know if you've ever been to jail before. I'm not saying I've been to jail, but you're not going to make it to that point in the morning. You just, you know what I'm saying? Like, can you bleed me out?
Yeah.
Your weekend's fucked. But what it is that I let myself down, and the accountability, I left her down or him down. So that is like, you know, like you're your own entity.
Yeah.
You know, like that's like it's a gift and a curse. You know, you get your own freedom, but that's what I gotta say about the woes.
First, I'll tackle. First, I'll apologize to the person when we talked about the bursitis on the last one. I didn't quite understand what it was, so and I had to go study it. So I'm coming back to you. Hopefully, this gets to you. So bursitis is basically you have these pockets in your knee. And so there's like in the shoulder. So where you have these pockets in the joint area. And so what they do is sometimes it's like they don't burst, they just fill with fluid.
Yeah.
And they may move around a little bit, and that just takes a physician to go in and maybe relieve that fluid through however they would like to do that, or however they assess the damage. They can go in there and take a needle and draw that fluid out. So it just causes you a bit of pain. Your range of motion is kind of limited or whatnot. But to answer that question, how would you do that? I would definitely say to take back to what I said and to apologize for that, and to correct myself. What it is that you would need to do is seek help from your physician, from what they recommend for you to do, and then come back to the trainer and then let the trainer know, hey, this is what my physician said. This is how we go. This is how we're going forward. Whether you need to cancel your training sessions or do just tailor your training sessions down to rehab therapy, and then you just go from there. So that's how you handle the bursitis.
We haven't talked. Because you know what? Because she goes so hard. I literally have to like incorporate rehab techniques. She thinks we're working out. I'm like,
I mean, here is like, well, you guys can't see it, but this is your bursa. So once these fill, they cause pain around those joints. So she might be feeling pain against the bone or against the muscle fiber, behind it and everything like that.
So like, here's one thing. Like, it's a shoulder, not a knee, but like in terms of her mobility, it's kind of like there are things she can do. She like if you apply pressure here, and like I said, one thing about bursts that I know about is like not all of them are the same pain.
Yeah.
Like even though she can have the same injury again, and she can have movement right here.
Yeah.
But it'll hurt coming up here.
Yeah.
You know, so like it's like you gotta rest.
You gotta seek that physician. Definitely got. I mean, and I know a lot of us we skip out on going to the doctor, but we definitely got. It's something that we have to start addressing, along with rest as well. But this is a doctor's situation here. Like you would need doctor's attention, and as far as pain management, soft tissue therapy, releasing like fluid release. You would have to go because there's nothing that we can do license-wise because we're not under a practitioner's license to do such things. Like I don't have needles in my gym bag to where I can draw this out. No, I can't do that. This is something that you have to take to your doctor and have them assess that. Now, mind you, like I'm more new into the game. People have been asking me to train them for years. And one of my things was that there are a few variables in there. For one, I wanted to be comfortable. I think comfort in the space is the number one thing. Like when a person they ask you a question, I'm the type of person I like to know what's going on, like, and give you your answer right away.
In every detail.
Right, and give you in every detail. So my comfort level wasn't there. I had to get great teachers underneath me. I had to get more experience underneath me and watch other people. So I watched Vic for a while. I didn't necessarily ask him questions, but I let him just say certain things and I kind of pick off of it. And then, of course, me and my wife, she was a personal trainer, and so I just kind of watched her. And I was just kind of like, not necessarily centered myself around personal trainers, but I just watched certain things. There was a guy that was at UFC, he's not at UFC Fit anymore, his name was Jeremy. He was an older guy, his name was Coach 60. Man, he taught me so many different things. So it's just, I would just watch him. And in lieu of that, I would try to get more comfortable with learning and applying these different things. So that was my first thing as far as just getting comfortable. The other thing was that I didn't want to get into a situation that I heard so many other male personal trainers had got themselves into, as far as just like that relationship with the female client. Like you're single, they single, you know, things happen between single people. I was afraid to get into those type of situations because I know the type of person that I am as far as just being a good-hearted person. So I didn't want to put myself into a situation until I was ready, which is go back to the comfort. The other thing that I was, you know, going into it was just the knowledge, which goes into comfort. It was just making sure that I looked the part. Like there was trainers that look the part, and there's trainers that don't look the part. You know, there's trainers that be like, you're a trainer, and then there's trainers like, oh, that's a trainer. So I had to find like my identity within the training aspect and being a personal trainer and finding who it is that I wanted to be in those sense. So going into the woes of it was just like, you know, people not understanding the backs of what it is. Like, yeah, okay, personal trainer. Oh, you're gonna be my trainer, and you're like, well, yeah, be a trainer. They just, in my opinion, they just think it's about the exercise. And it's like, when I have to call you, doing assessment, I'm taking notes, I'm calculating these things, I'm listening to you, active listening, and then effective communication along with that. Then I create the plan. I never show you the plan. There's no need for me to show you what it is that you're going to do, because it's up to me to show you that, like in person. If I give you the plan, you're just gonna be like, okay, what do you need me for? If I just give you the workouts that I have, what do you need me for? You need me for form, technique, posture, breathing, base placement, stretching, the whole thing. Like, there's more to it than just me saying do this workout, because I have to either, one, I've had done it myself before you or after you. Once I've done it myself, to know the motions that you're going to be going through, then I can feel more comfortable with just giving you the outlet of doing that. So you get the complaints. Why are we doing this? Like, well, what are we doing this for? Like, why are you questioning the person that you chose? You chose.
Let me expand on that. Anecdote. I'm gonna do one more anecdote after this, but like, I had a client, and like, I felt so disrespected. So like, I did my normal routine. I'm gonna say what it was, because you know who you are, but you just made that up. I was like, no, I did not.
Right.
I literally, and she thought I was just making stuff on the fly. I'm like, okay, just say it's too difficult and we can do a different workout.
Right.
But don't insult me. So here you say that,
it's like, even if I did just make it up, like, it's a workout that I know, that I feel that would be more effective for you to get you to a certain goal. Like, if I'm telling you, okay, today we're going to do a squat, and you're like, you already in your mind, okay. And it's just for female, because that's what I have more majority of is female, and along with Vic, he has majority female, and it's just how that works. But if I'm telling you we're gonna do squats today, the first thing a female think, oh, we're working on the glutes. It's like, no, we're gonna do squats so I can teach you how to get out of the hole. We're gonna do block squats, which basically we're gonna start from the bottom and we're just gonna keep building. Because I'm gonna tell you that a lot of people have problems coming up versus getting the weight off and standing there with the weight. Everyone has a problem with, once you go down on your squat,
pass parallel,
coming back up. That's where you're gonna have your problem. And so we're gonna work here first. But why are we doing this? So you can have a better squat. So once you leave me, you know how to do this correctly. I'm gonna teach you from the ground up, literally from your feet, your ankle, your knee, your hamstring, your quad, your glute, your lumbar spine, your rhomboids, your lats, your shoulders, your deltoids, your traps, and your core. I'm going to teach you each one of these things and why they are important within this squat. Why are we doing it? There's a reason. Like, so even if I am making up something, trust me, you, in a sense, hired me, so you must trust me. You sought me out, so you must trust me. If I'm showing up, looking the part, doing the part, sounding the part, smelling the part, being the part, then trust me when I'm telling you to do the part. That's what it is. That's my woe with it. It's just like, I understand that exercises get hard. They're not going to be easy. Even the most simple, mundane exercise, if we're talking about cherry pickers, eventually this is going to hurt. And it's the most simple, mundane shoulder exercise. It's going to hurt. You're going to get tired. The muscles are going to get fatigued. Don't ask me why it is that we're doing it. Just go along with it. If you say, hey, this is too much, perfectly fine. For me, I might chuckle a little bit. Okay, cool. Well, we're moving to something else to let you know that I'm okay with that. But if you're not trying to do it at all, then you're wasting my time. If you don't feel as if you're up for the challenge for that day, just tell the trainer, hey, I'm not feeling it today. And that's what I mean by holding yourself accountable. If you show up to the training session and you're burnt out, you don't want to do it, blase, blah, skippy, woo woo, then you're wasting the trainer's time. And then that's the accountability piece. You have to be honest with the trainer.
I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it's fun. When they walk in, like I don't feel like doing anything. I say, okay.
Right.
Okay. And what you do is like, there are things you can like, you can make them laugh.
Right.
Like you make them laugh, it's gonna another laugh is coming.
Right.
And then what type of music you like? You can build an atmosphere for them where they'll have to stay. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, there are some people that I've said like, no, go home.
Right.
because there's nothing I can do. There's no pre-workout, there's no black coffee or anything like that. Like I've literally, and it's been 20 minutes, I'm like, okay, girl, get up.
But I'm just saying.
But there's no hard feelings or anything like that. What it is that here's the thing about life. You have another day.
Right.
And like what it is that we're gonna get that out of you. We're gonna get that out of you. But like this how they said, how the girl, this ain't it.
This ain't it.
This ain't it.
And that just goes into being an accountability partner. Like I cannot make you get up and do it. This is not the Army, this is not the Navy, this is not the Marines, this is not the Air Force, and I'm not a drill sergeant. If you're expecting me, retired Army Cornell Lockett, to be a drill sergeant, then you're hiring the wrong person. Because I cannot make you, because only reason that the people
I'm not gonna yell.
Hey, listen.
I'm not gonna yell.
Only reason that the people do what it is that they do in the Army is because they're under contract. If they don't do it, they get sent home, right?
I'm not.
Though you sign a contract with me, there is nowhere in that clause that says you have to do what I say. There's no punishment for it. The only punishment there is that you gotta pay me for the cancellation.
You're just wasting your money, yeah.
I'm allotting you time out of my life as well. I'm contractually in a relationship with you, but I'm also allotting my time out of my life to set aside for you to come to me and not respect my time. That's one of the things that I do not like. And it's not to say that it happens with every situation, but it's just the fact of like letting the constituents know, like, or the clients know, or the athlete know, like, hey, listen, though I'm dedicated to you, but that don't mean you can abuse me. But we're dedicated to your goals just as you should be. So go back to what I'm saying is just like accountability partner. You got to hold yourself accountable because I have to be accountable for myself. You and other people that I have to train and a whole life that I have to maintain. So that's just one of the areas of misunderstanding that I think that's not talked about with trainer and client. Like there's a lot more that I'm doing for you versus what you're doing for me. Like you're chasing results but I'm creating the results for you. Like I'm creating those things. If we just say, hey man, train me, and you be like, all right, we just gonna do some stuff. All right, cool. We just working out.
You know what you want to look like.
Right.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You know what you need to do. So it's not necessarily just eating. It's your sleeping pattern too. I think sleeping is it's like the most vital part about transformation.
Yeah.
Because one thing I told when I was told my clients when they compete, all of them. Yeah. All of them. I told them, you get 8 hours of sleep?
Right.
Did you get 8 hours of sleep? Yes. No, I broke it up in 2. No, I don't want 4. No, because life happens.
Right.
But I need you. In order for you to get to your goal, I need 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm explaining is these women were competing.
Yeah.
Like that's extreme. That's completely different. But what I'm saying is that your proper rest is vital too, because what's the good analogy? Butterfly. Mm-hmm. What's the butterfly before it turns into caterpillar? Caterpillar. Yeah. Okay. If it's in that cocoon for a long time, it comes out that butterfly.
That's a good rest.
But if you're in there for like 2 minutes, man, come out like a moth.
Right. Yeah.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? You see what I mean?
That was nice.
So like you have to like just get proper rest, because everything you put in the work in, your body needs to recover.
Yeah.
What they say, it takes I think it's 48 hours for a muscle to recover. That's why you never do double. Like people always ask, I need to ask you this: split or full body? What is more effective when you train? What is it, split or full body? I'm all over the place, by the way.
No, both are effective. You just have to make sure that they're on separate days. Like you're training them separately. Like you can't do full body. You shouldn't do full body back to back, but you can do full body within that week more than one time. Mm-hmm. You can do full body split, split full body. It's just how you combine them. Now, if you're doing split, you're never going to hit that. You're just going to plateau it.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure that you're doing different variations of both. You can do full body and split in the same day. However you want to do it, but you just have to make sure that you're, leveling it out. What you say earlier, balance.
Men are the worst at this. Like if you do splits, like all 5 days a week, because there are men that are dedicated. They work out 5 days a week.
Yeah.
You're actually doing more harm.
Yeah.
All right. Like throw like. It don't have to be full body.
Right.
Like you don't have to be like go out there and like hoop. But like at some point, like especially men, when we age, there's things that I can't do no more.
Yeah.
There's things I can't do no more. It takes a long time for me to get that thing up. You know what I'm saying? So when I get it up, I like that. what I mean, it takes me a while to like get that energy up.
Yeah.
So like you gotta tailor your workouts. I'm thinking about what
exactly. You're absolutely right. You do have to do that. Like for me, like if you overtrain, I can't stress this enough. You are causing a lot of harm to your ligaments.
Oh, so it is a real thing.
It is. Yeah, you overtrain, you will have the onset. You will have the onset of soreness that will last over the amount of time that it's supposed to last, which is in that 72-hour or 24-hour time frame. So it's okay to do splits. It's okay to do full body. It's okay to do, I'm gonna do legs today. I'm gonna do my agonist and antagonist. I'm gonna do my quads and my hamstrings. I'm gonna split those up. I'm gonna isolate those. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, how you know this? I did that when I was competing. How'd you know that? See, I can't do that. I can't do that. What I do is like when you those splits like that.
Yeah.
No, give me. Now you don't know my routine. By the way, I'll tell you my routine. You tell me your routine. Your week routine. I'm gonna give you mine first.
Shoot. I mean,
let me get mine first. And I got you. So like, my routine is like my mind. I'm not bragging. Is Cornell's computer. Yeah. Like Cornell has like has an app where he literally has like 10 different. If you want to do bench press, he can give you hex press, dumbbell hex press, any flies. He have any type of fly. But with me, I really think my head is that. So all I know is I'm gonna hit 10 workouts.
Yeah.
So if I'm doing chest and biceps, I know for a fact I just gotta get me 5 chest workouts,
right.
five chest workouts, 5 biceps. So unless I superset them. But I know for a fact that most people, they need structure. Mm-hmm. So remember, I still, even though I don't have the entire, I still write down, hey, Victor, today we're doing. Yeah. So have a game plan, and on Monday, write down like, look, today I don't feel like working out. I don't like doing legs on Monday. Yeah. Because I'm a man and I hate doing legs. I hate doing legs. So as a male, I know for a fact I have to hit legs. Yeah. So what I do is I hit it on Wednesday when I'm up, and I just do something I can handle on Monday. Yeah. But don't let a situation of working out defeat you. Yeah. Stick to something that you love, workout you like doing on the first day. Yeah. Like I have a client, she does boxing cardio. Victor, let's do boxing cardio on Mondays. Yeah. Gets me going. I say, listen, Whatever you want me to do, we can box it. We can box on the roof if we want to.
Right.
No question. But like I said, you have to create a situation where you're excited to work out.
Yeah.
It's your future. Go ahead.
Yeah. It's so many different variations. So a lot of times my routine depends on what shoe I'm gonna wear. So in the sense of like, it's not a style thing, but let's say if I'm wearing
Deion Sanders.
let's say, look, I'm wearing a Air Max, right? That means I'm gonna be doing a little bit of jumping.
Okay.
You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
I'll sit back down.
So you know, if I'm wearing a Jordan 1, that means I'm gonna be doing something squat wise, something that and that's where my mind is at. So when I go in my closet, I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, all my shorts or Nike shorts or whatever, the training shorts, is what I wear as clothing or as gym clothing. That's just what I've been doing. But it all depends on what the shoe is, and then it's also depending on what my mindset is. It's like, do I want to do HIIT this day? Have I done HIIT this day? And then if I'm going into the gym, most of the days is while I'm in a sense of overtraining right now on my left knee, is because like I've been isolating so much on my legs, and I've been focusing on that so much because I want to be able to teach these different variations of lunges and rear lunges and split squats and Bulgarian squats and single leg RDLs and RDLs. Like I'm trying to make sure that I get these down packed, so when I do give these exercises to the clients, then it's effective. It's not necessarily like I've been just trying to focus on different things. There was some years ago when we were at Fitness Connection, I was doing isolations. So it wasn't just like, I was gonna work chest that day, but I was gonna work pectoral major, pectoral minor. How would I do that? You know, and what muscle inserts into that pectoral muscle. So it was like, okay, my anterior deltoid is gonna kind of insert in a way into my pec. So I might have to do a front raise that's gonna work both my pec and my anterior deltoid. So okay, now I have to think these different ways. So I remember one time Vic came by, he was like, man, what are you doing? Like I was doing the exercise that was literally pulling back into my posterior deltoid. And I never moved my arm as to yanking it back. I kept it still the whole time. So what I was doing in my mind was doing a mind to muscle connection, which basically I was using my anterior and my lateral or my medial deltoid to stabilize so I can work the posterior deltoid. So it's just so many things. I become, like how you say, like your mind is the computer. I become a scientist when I'm in the gym.
Yep.
So that's what I kind of focus on. I see a lot of people, they go in there, they do their bench press and they doing it heavy and they doing all that different things. I might go get a kettlebell and to try to get the muscle that's underneath to stabilize. So I'm working on the muscle that's underneath to try to push the muscles on top forward. And that, I think that just has something to do with us being kinesiologists and us knowing more about the muscles versus just an avid gym goer that's just in there all the time. I think that we do know more, and that's what makes us more unique when it comes to being a trainer. And it's like a wow factor when we can bring that to a situation. They're like, what? I never knew that. Like, yeah, this is what this does. You know, so that's my routine is just based on like the science of my brain as far as like what it is I want to do. I know how I want to look. I know certain things I may not be able to achieve, and that's perfectly fine. But I know that like my goal is to stay as healthy as I possibly can. Yeah, I had a goal of looking nice in t-shirts. I just let the shit go. But it was the fact of like now it's like, okay, I'm not out to impress anybody. I don't have to prove anything to anyone. I just go in there and I go do my work, the things I perfected at, leg exercises, jump roping, kettlebell work. I can go in there and pick up anything and just go do it. Like I can just go do different things. And it's just like, I don't necessarily have a routine, but I have a focus. It's just certain focuses that I have, and I let my body kind of tell me like what we want to do. And I know my wife says, you're like, you don't have a routine, do you? And I was like, I'm going to go create.
And you shouldn't have let me expand on that again. You shouldn't have a routine because like if you routine, you're just gonna, Plateau.
No creating.
Like you're gonna like. I feel like that's my favorite word, but like if you like just that's the beauty of fitness. Like you can just change it up every single time that you like weekly. There's not one time. There's not one time where I had the same type workout for that week. I'm talking about the entire week.
At all.
The previous week, the prior week, I never hit the same thing. Like I did the same. I may have did shoulders and back, yes,
right.
but I didn't do Arnold press.
Right.
You know, I did shoulder raises instead. You know,
right.
like you can't have your body like it's like a relationship.
Right.
This is like a relationship, or a sandwich. If you don't put the proper work into it, the relationship will be trash. The sandwich will be trash. Yeah. But if you take your time and you put cilantro and cut down the slice, take her out on dates, ask her questions.
Right. It's true.
It's a better situation.
And you're absolutely right with that. It's just you know, like having a routine. Like I still see people like writing in their books, and that's perfectly fine. That's what you like to do. Everybody's different, but for me, like you said, it's just about creating. Like I might go in the gym, and I'll go do a back squat. Right after I do the regular back squat, I might do a lower back squat, which is basically like bringing the bar down more so towards my shoulder blades. I might go and do that. And then I might transition into a front squat. Or when I'm walking in the gym, I was like, all right, let me get the hardest exercise out, and then I'll do everything else. So that just might be my hardest exercise that I might be like an overhead squat or whatever, or it might be, you know, I'm trying to work up to I have 4 wheels on the deadlift, you know. So I get my hardest thing out the way first, cool, and then I can just move forward. But then it's sometimes I go above and beyond, and I got my hardest thing out the way. Then I add some other hard stuff on there. So it's just like I'm always creating and challenging myself, like you know. Hypertrophy or whatever, or however everybody says it different. I just say hypertrophy because it's hyper and trophy.
Listen. I'm Nigerian. My accent comes out when I say it. Hypertrophy.
Right. So you know that's about creating. You're helping your body create this look. You're creating a muscle. When you go power lift, you're creating. You're telling your muscles to create and to generate a certain amount of power for you to generate. You're creating. So it's best that you go into the situation and create a routine if that's what you're going to do. But don't follow a routine, create one. Don't just go and follow someone else's body goal, create yours. It's about creating. The whole fitness piece is always about creating. Don't follow everybody else. I see tons of kids come in the same room at this gym that I go to. They come in the same room and all of them want to pose in the mirror, take their shirt off, because each and every one of them do the same thing. So they're going to hit to a point where they don't want to come back to that gym or don't want to go to the gym anymore. All due to the fact that they didn't create their own way. We've created our own path. We didn't follow behind someone because they was doing this or they was doing that. No, we created it. So how we look, we created it. It's no one else is going to look exactly the same. Nobody's going to look the same. It's about creating. So with that, man, we can talk about this for another hour. But at the same instance, what we want to do, of course, this Saturday, we're meeting up again. Stretch therapy, good workout, good vibes, good people, good energy. You're going to get so much education out of it. Ask questions. Come up with your questions today, right now. Do what it is you need to do. Be there. Beat us there. You got 2 of the best trainers in the DFW.
3 more weeks left.
I promise you that.
We have 3 more weeks left.
Got 3 more weeks left. God blessed us with 5 weeks. That's what he told me before we started. And I've never heard anybody say that before. So God blessed us with 5 weeks. So please come out. It's not necessarily about you supporting us. It's about you supporting you at the end of the day. You're getting something that you're not going to get anywhere else. I don't care if you go to Crunch, UFC Fit, Fitness Connection, Gold's Gym, Life Fitness, Lifetime Fitness, LA Fitness, 24-hour Fitness, Planet Fitness. You're not going to get what it is that we're...
What you think? They're going to come up and spray us up?
Listen.
They're going to come up and spray us up? Hey,
you're not going to get...
Hey, we don't want no smoke.
Now we want all the smoke.
Hey, they're going to come up...
You're going to find us. Because we're going to be the best. You're going to be coming looking for us after a while and wanting to do business with us because of the results that we're going to give these people, because of the lifelong learning we're going to give these people. So come on with the smoke, because nobody else is going to give what it is that we're giving. I promise you that. Take us home, man.
We swear by it. All right. We don't have to explain what's already understood. I mean, you know what time it is. Next Saturday, 3 more weeks. No excuses. If you're not there, I'm gonna drag you out of bed and bring you there. It's straight like that. Straight like that. But yeah, I want to thank everybody that's been coming and supporting. This is, you know, like man. Exceeded expectations. Next week, I got something special for y'all, and we're gonna let's all summer long. Let's do this. Let's do the damn thing.
Oh yeah, sure.
I don't know if I can curse on here. Like,
listen, it's on here.
I'm sorry. Like,
it's gonna be on here.
I'm a natural. I like to curse, so I'm literally trying to like every time I want to say it, but I'm like, you know, just passed over here. We can't.
What?
Passed over.
I cursed on it.
You cursed?
Yeah, I cursed a few times.
Run it back.
We running, but next time we got a little bit more free range to curse.
Okay.
But look, we'll see y'all soon. Thank you so much for supporting us, man. We really do appreciate it. We are the best trainers in the DFW. We are the best trainers in Texas. We are the best trainers for you. We bless you. We thank you. And we'll see you next time.
Perfect.